If you're struggling to become more productive during your day, if you're having a hard time with keeping up with all the things you want to do but don't have time to do, then using a timer is a really effective way to make changes in your life. In this video, I'm going to show you some ideas on how you can use a timer and why you can use a timer to have more organization in your day and to be more productive and to get everything you need to get done. My name is Rosanna Hernandez, and this is the Efficiency and Organization YouTube channel. On this channel, I give you a lot of ideas on how to be more productive, how to be well managed with time, how to be organized, how to have plans, and how to have lists to be able to achieve everything you want to get done. I usually release 2 videos each week, and they're all super helpful, super powerful. So if that sounds good to you, you probably should subscribe to this channel. Okay, so when should we use a timer and how should we use a timer? And by timer, I mean the one on your phone. Like, you know how you could go to where it's got the clock app and you could click on it and you can use like the timer there. You can also use one that's like, I could put the link on Amazon for a very simple timer that goes for every hour. I used to use that one a lot when I was a teacher. I used to be a classroom teacher before I became an assistant principal, and I used the timer in my classroom a lot when I was trying to go from activity to activity. So actually, if you are an educator watching this video, that's a great use of a timer. In order for you not to talk the entire class time and also to be able to transition from one activity to the next in an organized way, you could use a timer. Another way you can use a timer in your job is if you're having a meeting. Very effective strategy. Set a timer. If you know yourself, you know you overtalk, you know you let things like other people talk too much, and next thing you know, out of the 5 things you needed to cover in your agenda, you only covered 2. You need to start using a timer. At work, if you have projects other than meetings that you're working on, you could put a timer. I would say 30 minutes before you're gonna leave to go home, set a timer, because that way you can remind yourself like, okay, wait a minute, I gotta not what I need to focus on right now is getting ready for the next day. So you get your top emergency thing done. And then you organize for the following day so you can leave on time. The second way you can use a timer is when you are running errands. For example, grocery shopping is one, cleaning the house is another. These are errands that you need to run. Set yourself a timer so you don't go overboard. When you know that there's a timer going on and it's tracking how much time you're spending on these activities, it's gonna remind you to do them faster to make sure that you finish before the ringer goes off. Next is with your personal care. So if you know yourself and you know you spend way too much time in front of the mirror in the morning, putting on makeup, or if you're a guy, shaving, you're doing your hair, then you know what? If you know that's a problem, you have to set a timer, because that way you could say, no, I'm only gonna give myself 10 minutes. And just by holding yourself accountable like that, you'll be surprised at how much faster you could do the same things. If you save 10 minutes a day over a course of 6 days, that's an extra hour a week that you will generate. And that's what the whole purpose of a timer is. You're trying to stop yourself from putting time on things that don't really help you achieve your life's goals, and then making the time, using that saved time, accumulating it so that you could spend on activities and things that you actually want, actually will help you in the long run. So as far as personal care, if you find yourself in the closet in the morning or at night, spending too much time trying to pick outfits, if you know that's a problem, use a timer. Let's say eating, you're you know what, I spend way too much time eating. And when I'm eating with a group of people, they all finish and I'm still working on my plate. If you know that it's taking you a little too long to eat in comparison to other people, use a timer. The idea, the premise is that with a timer, over a course of 2-3 months, you're gonna change your habits and you're gonna do things quickly and save time that you could use for other things. The fourth is studying. When you're studying, you could use a timer. Fifth is spending time on things you don't like. So for me, for example, I hate having to clean the house. It's just not something I enjoy, but I have to do it. So I set a timer because that way it's like reverse psychology. I go, well, it's like I'm gonna set it for an hour, then I'm gonna take a break. So for 1 hour, I'm gonna just focus on the cleaning, not give myself a break, do only that. So when the timer goes off, then I could take a break. That way, if I like don't time myself, I end up taking way too many breaks, and the entire house cleaning could take 6 hours versus timing myself and doing it in 3 hours. Next, fun things, things that are have to do with leisure. Social media. If you know that you spend too much time on social media, set a timer. And the last one is having to do with fulfilling promises. And here's what I mean by that. If you tell somebody, oh, I'll be there in 15 minutes, and more often than not, you're not there in 15 minutes, well, guess what? You could set a timer. Put it at 15 minutes so that way you know it's going in the background. The timer is going on in the background. It's counting what you're doing right now against you. So that way when it goes off, you know you have to be there. You know you have to leave. Maybe if you tell somebody I'll be there in 15 minutes, you could set it for 10 or set it for however long you think it's going to take you to get there. So that way you're within the time frame that you promised. The idea is to fulfill your promise. I hope you're finding the information useful. If you are, please like the video. And if you could, go to the comments of the video and say, using a timer is awesome. Using a timer is awesome. Because you know what? We have to use these kind of strategies to save time. Organizing, becoming efficient is not just about spaces. It also has to do with how organized we are, how good we are about how we use our time. I appreciate you being with me today, and I will catch you in the next video.